Guys, welcome on into another episode of Bar Talk. Okay, I'm so excited for today and for you guys to be able to hear who we have. I love our guests that we have coming on. But before I tell you about them, let me just kind of give you guys a little bit of a rundown. This is the first time that I'm kind of doing this, so I am recording myself talking, and you guys can watch this if you want. It's totally up to you. I know some people are more visual, some people want audio. So again, you have both options and it's totally up to you. So if you are listening, fantastic. Share it if you enjoy this. And if you are watching it, great. You can subscribe to Bar Talk with Jenna on YouTube, and it's Bar Talk with Jenna. That's kind of where it is all across the board. We are on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And if you guys have questions for me that you would like to ask, if you have a guest in mind that you think should come on the show, you can always email me at bartalkwithjenna@gmail.com. Okay, so I just want to dive straight into who our guests are, and I don't even want to talk about anything else because I'm so stinking excited and I am obsessed with these two lovely individuals. And we're pivoting. So the last few guests we've had on Bar Talk have obviously been sports related, but the beauty of this show is, guys, it can be anything. Nothing is really off the table. And it all comes back to we have more in common with each other than we have different. So I believe that these two ladies have a lot in common despite their enormous success. We have Lindsey Simon and Denise Kokinis, the ladies of Plus Some Inches. So maybe you guys don't know what this is, but I'm telling you, this is my new favorite Instagram account. If you are on TikTok, I'm not on TikTok. I don't think I'm cool enough to be on TikTok, but these two ladies are on TikTok. So if you are on TikTok, you know who they are. I'm going to stop saying TikTok. Okay. But their first video went viral. And when I say viral, I mean it hit 1.3 million views in 24 hours. So you post a video, you wake up, and literally your whole world is kind of flipped upside down. And it's insane. As if that wasn't enough, I believe it was their next video or their third video hit 5.4 million views. Again, holy shit. It is amazing, but I love the message behind these videos. And it's also kind of the reason why I'm dressed up today. Most of the times I'm in just a t-shirt, but I wanted to kind of wear something that these two ladies, they inspired me. They inspired me to wear this outfit. So if you're watching, you see what I'm wearing. If you're not, I will describe it to you. I'm in a pair of black high-waisted Spanx leggings. They're the leather ones. If you don't have them, I'm telling every single person on the planet right now to go out and buy them because they are worth the $100 investment, because your ass will never look better in anything else, period. And they are just a staple and go with absolutely anything you want to wear. This top, so I got this from a boutique in the West Loop called Tribeca. I've had it for a while now. I haven't really worn it, but just this with a little lacy bra and some cute gold jewelry and some earrings. And I just was trying to be inspired from these two ladies. They're obviously fashionistas and fashion, they know what they're doing. I clearly don't. But Lindsey and Denise are fashion bloggers. They're influencers, and I've known Lindsey now for a while. Lindsey is from the South Side. Her and my sister went to college together. They were roommates. So I've known Lindsey for quite some time. This is going to be my first time meeting Denise. And I love Denise's personality. Through her Instagram, it's colorful, it is bright, it is vibrant, and you just feel that fun loving energy through it. And I just think it's fantastic. And the one thing that I love about Lindsey and Denise is they, I think it's easy to look at someone on Instagram, on any platform, and assume that based off of a perfect picture, everything is perfect. And that couldn't be further from the truth. These two women have embraced probably at one point what they thought were their flaws, and now they are absolutely, it's what makes them them. So I'm going to shut up and I'm going to stop talking because I'm so excited. But ladies and gentlemen, get your drinks ready, okay? I have my drink ready. I'm not going to pour it open until my guests come on. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, on Bar Talk, Lindsey Simon and Denise Kokinis of Plus Some Inches. Okay, guys, I'm so fucking excited. Like, seriously, you have no idea. I am drinking Mata. I probably butchered it. I Googled before how to say it. Mata.
Right.
I don't know. But I'm going to drink that. And please tell me what you ladies are drinking today.
We're drinking the champagne that we brought to the Airbnb host to say thanks for having us. But we didn't bring our own alcohol, so we're actually popping the champagne that we bought for him.
Yes, thank you, kind sir. We are now drinking. Glad we are now drinking your alcohol.
Oh,
He needs an Airbnb to stay at. He has a fabulous one in Humboldt Park.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
Literally, like a whole backyard, like string lights. There's like a chair swing.
I think a bird just ran into my
I
window.
was like, it's not your backyard, his backyard.
Wait, a bird in the window? This makes
Like, you know, when you hear that sound, it's like thunk. Woo!
timing.
I was like, all I did was like, but like your reaction was late. It was like, ha.
All right, just pour some alcohol in here, please. Thank you. It's been a long day.
This is how everyone should end their Sunday heading into their Monday.
Oh, don't remind me. Tomorrow is Monday.
I'm sorry. Cheers, ladies. Thank you again for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Mhm.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Okay.
Glasses.
I've been following Plus Some Inches, and I'm obsessed. And before we get into how that baby of yours came about and how fantastic it's been, I want to talk about like each of your individual journeys. So would anyone like to start first? Who would like to? Lindsey.
Okay.
Lindsey.
Not how this up, but okay.
Wait,
Yes.
I'm Chicago. I'm from Chicago, from the South Side. Beverly, 606. I don't know the other two.
Oh, your mom.
I work for. It's okay, because she could do this to me, and I promise you it would be the same way.
Are you
Go ahead.
done?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm an asshole, but really though, like she could do the same for me, and it would just like we've like done it so many times that it's like I feel like I know hers and
My
she knows
elevator
mine.
speech. Yes,
Your
right.
elevator speech.
Oh yeah. So I'm doing elevator speech on who I am. Yes.
Well, so I was just gonna say, like, give your job description, and then I do have like some questions that I do want to like dive into a little bit.
Cool. Well, as Denise just mentioned, hello, my name is Lindsey, and I am from the South Side of Chicago, Beverly, represent 60655. Thank you. Went to school in Davenport, Iowa, played volleyball, and then moved back to the city. And somehow, someway landed a fantastic, really dope job here in Chicago in River North for a hospitality group called Dynamic. So I basically take pictures of food. I'm surrounded by food 24/7. I joke as I'm Oz behind the curtain for a lot of these restaurants and brands that people know of here in the city. And try to go home back to the South Side a lot to see the fam. And am 6 foot, so that's where the fashion tallness has come into play. Kind of embraced that I couldn't change how I looked and the length, so might as well embrace it. So here we are today.
Yeah. So at what point, Lindsey, did you kind of figure out your sense of fashion?
Honestly, probably like 6th grade, I would say. So I remember vividly, like all the girls at Fisher had the same Old Navy coat. And I, of course, when everyone...
I don't want to edit that out if you're okay with that.
I
okay.
don't care.
Fantastic.
He was calling me out because I was yelling. I get nervous, so then I yell.
You're fine. So 6th grade, St. John Fisher, did you say?
Yeah, so St. John Fisher, every girl had the same Old Navy coat, and I wanted it so badly because I wanted to be popular so badly, right? Who didn't back then? Okay, not most people, but I did. I just wanted to fit in. And I went, so my mom went with me, and I tried on every coat there and not one fit. And that was the day where we went to a different store and I found one with fur and it was like multicolored. And that was kind of the day where I was like, you know what, do you? So ever since then, I kind of always wanted to be an individual. I never wanted to wear what other people were wearing, and then just kind of be comfortable in my own skin. So trial and error.
Trial and error. So I think it's easy for people to assume, Lindsey, you know, like you're 6 foot tall, you're tall and thin, like you would assume shopping would be easy for you, but that always wasn't the case.
Right.
How discouraging was shopping as you became like an adult and like grew into your body?
We actually have talked about this because, you know, as what you said, tall and thin, how do you have issues? Like the amount of times I've cried in a dressing room where I've Hulk ripped jackets or things and I'm just like leaving with, you know, after trying on 10 pairs of floods, like it's so frustrating. But I was lucky enough to find girls on Instagram. They were all tall bloggers and introduced me to tall girl fashion about 2 years ago. So kind of, you know, having the eye open where you're like, okay, I don't have to roll my pants 4 times and wear cool socks to, you know, embrace the floods and like make it work. They're definitely trying now more and more to incorporate tall girl fashion, you know, into like a mainstream, like longs and here and there. But it was definitely hard, but you just kind of had to stay true to yourself and figure out like what worked for you and what didn't. And then just, you know, slay.
And then slay. So when did you learn to like love and embrace your height? Like what was that journey like? Because I always feel like the things that are our biggest insecurities are the things we end up like loving the most about ourselves down the line.
For sure. Honestly, I'd say 2 years ago is when I finally embraced it. And I woke up to like a couple hundred DMs from this group of girls from all around the country that were all taller than me. And I actually had the pleasure of meeting them last year. And I was the shortest one at this event. And it was
my God.
crazy. I've never in my life felt short. And I was like a shrimp. And it was so much fun just because these girls like literally were in like 6-inch heels, just strutting their stuff, like not giving a fuck. Like, and it was phenomenal and just so empowering. But it definitely, it's hard, especially dating and going out with friends. And like, we've been out before and I've been in heels and she can just walk straight under my armpit and just, you know, it's just, there's moments where you can get down or someone's like, oh, you're so tall. And you're like, wow, I didn't know. So you just kind of have to make a joke about it too, but it all just comes from within.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, Denise. So do you want Lindsey to do your elevator pitch now?
I won't be nice, so no.
Why? I was nice to you.
Hello. I'm just kidding.
My voice is not that.
I don't know where, no, more or less because I'd butcher it because I don't know. I would fuck it up.
My voice isn't that.
I know.
Is it?
So Denise, I gotta know, how the hell does a girl who majored in international affairs and Middle Eastern studies end up becoming?
I'm sorry.
I think it's.
Did you read my website?
Yes, I did. I did my homework on you. Is she leaving? Oh, you're welcome.
Like,
No, Jenna's like sports broadcast. Like she's like legit, like real deal.
you like don't understand how many people don't read my website, and I'm just like, it's on there.
It's on there. It's on there. I did my
Yeah.
homework.
Sorry, continue.
No, you're. It's fine. It's fine. So I gotta know, like, international affairs, Middle Eastern studies, becomes a fashion blogger with almost 200,000 followers. Like, how the fuck does that even happen? Like, explain.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make this quick and dirty because it's a lot. But yeah, so I went to George Washington University in DC, majored in international affairs and Middle Eastern studies and learned Arabic. Did my study abroad in the United Arab Emirates and learned intensive Arabic there. So I speak and read Arabic fluently. Graduated college, worked for the Department of Defense until 2012. So like about a year after I graduated. And about partway through, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, it was just like, it just wasn't for me. Like, I spent all these years learning all this stuff that I was so interested in. And then I got into working for the US government. And I was like, fuck this shit. Like, this just, it's not me. I was like, I want to travel. So in April or March of that year of 2012, was like, you know what, I'm going to look for a teaching job overseas. So in like March or April, I applied to teach in South Korea. I got accepted in July, left for South Korea in August of 2012, and then was in South Korea teaching English till 2014.
Wow.
Came home, couldn't find a job. Like, you would think, like, I've lived overseas twice, I speak like 4 or 5 languages, like
Yeah.
I could find something. No, so I substitute taught for a year and a half, 2 years. And during that time, I started blogging literally for fun. And then I started working for a math program where I like went to different charter schools around the city and like the northern suburbs. And then I left that job after like a 2-year run, and I went off and like did my own thing.
That is insane. So from being obviously like you're so bright. Like I love your page because it's so bright, it's so colorful. Like I'm a person who wears like black and nudes and like my shades of colors in between. Like this is the only color that I have in my closet and I wanted to pull it out to be bright. But like how has your like sense of style evolved from the time you were a teenager to now and like just like really being comfortable with who you are?
I mean, my style has evolved from like when I first started blogging 6 years ago and even 3 years ago to now.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I first started blogging, I did a lot of like what I think people expected me to wear with blogging. And this was 6 years ago, right? So this was like 2014. So this was really when it was just like not a lot of people. It was just a lot of the OGs. Like Rachel Parcell was still carrying Michael Kors from TJ Maxx 6 years ago, okay? Not like
Wow.
Chanel and like her like second big home. And
Oh
it
my
was,
God.
so it was a different world. So I was a lot of like Nordstrom, blanket scarves, like a lot of that stuff that people expected. And I got to a point where I was just like, fuck this shit. Like, first of all, none of it fits me. Like, if I see something on like Rachel Parcell or Caitlin Covington, like they were all great, but it never fit. And so a lot of it for me was like, none of this stuff fits me. So I started like finding brands and just like wearing whatever the hell I wanted to wear. And it didn't really work right away at first because I think a lot of people were used to like, I think there's this thing with plus size women, especially like years ago, and I can't speak for everyone, right? But a lot of them wanted to fit in. So you try to find stuff that like helps you to fit in rather than to stand out. And then I got to a point where I was just like, just stand out, whatever, it's gonna be what it is, you know? So I started just like, I'm just gonna wear whatever I wanna wear.
So in wearing whatever you wanted to wear, like, was there, you seem extremely confident, which I love. Like, has that always been that way? Or was that like an evolution for you to like, just be like, fuck it, this is me?
Yeah, evolution, 100%. I don't think any woman, right, is ever just like, yes, I was born confident. I've been confident since the day I was born. You know, I think it's a process for every single woman. But for me, it really came to a point where it was like, I'd go somewhere, and this is for a lot of plus size women, a lot of curvy women, like you're the fat friend. You are like, if you date a guy, the friends will call you the fat girl, things like that, right? And it really got to the point where it was like, I have to be confident, because the second that confidence goes down or that insecurity starts to come out, somebody picks up on it and they use it as a tool against you. And so when I started using the things that they would say to me, to myself, is when it really kind of flipped the script. So somebody's like, you're fat. I'm like, I am. Period. I'm fat. Okay. Like, what else do you have to say? I'm smart. You can't deny that. I'm cute. You can't deny that. I dress well. You can't deny that. So like the only thing you have to come at me for is my fatness. And to me, it was like, what does that have to do? That doesn't affect your life at all.
Yeah. I'm just like speechless, and I love it because I think, you know, again, kind of like with Lindsey being tall was, you know, an insecurity. And it seems like you have just fully like embraced every curve and every love of your body. What would you say to women who are listening or watching or whatever, like how to get to that point of like really loving every bit of who you are?
It has to come from you. And I know that's so dumb and everybody says that, but it has to come from you.
Mm-hmm.
But it really also, like, specifically for fat women, you have to get to a point where like people calling you fat in public, because this happens, by the way, people calling you fat in public, people calling you fat as like a tool against you, you have to get to a point where you normalize the word fat. And I wrote blog posts on this. I've written Instagram posts on this where I say normalize using the word fat. So like if you normalize it and your skinny friends are normalizing it and other people are normalizing it and they're saying fat and it's not a word of harm, then when other people say it, it feels comfortable for you and the other people around you.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had to have these conversations, and a lot of it is conversations. It's like, I'm comfortable with it, but then I'll have a friend who'll be like, oh my God, you're not fat, you're beautiful. And it's like, no, I'm fat and I'm beautiful. So it's like, people need to understand that you can be fat and rather than like fat not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my God, I love that. I fucking love that. Okay, let's go ahead and get to I want to know, I know you guys met at a bloggers brunch that Lindsey put together with her group. Do you guys remember your first impressions of each other?
Yeah. So weirdly enough, so with my job, like I said, I was behind the curtain. So I kind of have this.
It looks so good.
All right, go girl.
They look fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
I know I'm funny sometimes, right? It's not just you. Okay.
Oh my God, sugar face. I'm sorry. Okay, Lindsey, continue. So talk about this brunch and how your first impressions of each other.
You're good. So I gotta have like almost like a binder of just every blogger in the city, photographer, fashion blogger, lifestyle, you name it, their emails, and I kind of just like stalk them. But it's not creepy because it's for my work, right? Right. But because I was trying to get into that market and I found the blogging world so fascinating that I was doing it on my personal. And so I was going through, looking for girls to invite to this dinner and came across her page. Never have seen her in my life. Oh, okay. I just asked. Like, I thought I was screaming again.
She's like, give me more.
But I was like,
I just feel
I was hoping she like wouldn't
You're like
notice.
this.
I was like, wait.
Literally.
Because I'm literally like, I'm not long enough to like reach around her, right? Like I got like T-Rex on. So.
Oh my God. I'm pouring more since you are, Denise. Okay.
But yeah, no, I found her page and it was so bright and colorful in the murals, but it was more the fashion. And like, I love like quirkiness and just like unique pieces and just people that are like outside the norm, just personality, but letting it just shine through. And that's what it was. It was the colors, it was the shoes, it was the handbags. It was just dope. It was a vibe. And I was like, I'm feeling this vibe. This is really cool. And then, I'm awkwardly standing in a corner, like checking off girls coming to this dinner, like, ooh, yay. And I like look over and I'm like, oh my God, I just followed that girl on Instagram. Oh my God. But just, it was just I was a little starstruck, I guess, like, if you will. Like, I've met a few bloggers where I like fangirled, like Olivia Rank, like fangirled.
Yeah, I love her. Yeah.
Right? They just like,
yeah.
It's, sometimes you forget that they're human too. So, we had a conversation and then kind of just like had a mutual, laugh about something. And then it just kind of like continued through. So it was really great on how it works you kind of broke the barrier of like the Instagram, like untouchableness, which I find fascinating. Like, I think, because then you look back and you're like, there are people too. Like, they're so normal. Like, why do we do this to ourselves?
Let's not blanket term influencers. Not all of us are as nice or as cool as me, but I'm not going to throw too many stones, but I'm going to throw a few stones.
So, okay, Denise, what was your first impression of Lindsey?
I mean, to be honest, like, I didn't even know that she was there at first. I don't mean that. I mean, no shade. Like, it was just like, we were sitting down. I was with my friend Jules.
I was the help. Let's be real. I was the help at this event, and
stretch. No, but it was, she came up to us and she was like, she started talking. And at first I didn't understand that she was working the event because we had already met our waitress, So this girl comes over and I'm just like, and me and Jules are like, who is this? Like, we were like, what? Because the girl who ran the event just like didn't really like let us know like who was running the, like, I didn't know,
Got you. Okay.
That it was like, I didn't know the details. And so this girl comes over and I'm like, and me and Jules are like, who is this? And she's like, hi, I'm Lindsey. And I'm like, okay. Like, hey. She's like, oh, I work for Dynamic. I work for Barrio. Like, I do the social media. And we're like, oh, that's so cool. So we started talking. And then she ended up giving us a tour of like bodega. She took us to bodega. She like showed us a bathroom with a disco ball, like, ooh.
Yes.
And then we just like started chatting, and we ended up chatting like most of the night. Like she kept coming to the table. We would talk. We were kind of standing by her for a while and had drinks. Like,
I got the plug is what she's trying
Yep.
to say. She saw it from a mile away and was like, that's it.
That's it. That's it. Okay. So, first video, you make it, you go to bed, you wake up, and it was what, like 1.3 million views in 24 hours?
It wasn't even wake up. It was like, we posted it, and then I think within like an hour of posting, it hit like 10K. And we were like, oh shit, like this is, so it was funny because then like I went home because we had only filmed, I think 3 videos that day.
Yeah.
We had filmed 3 videos thinking, okay, we'll post like Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday or something like that, right?
Right.
And so we filmed 3 videos. We filmed that one, an H&M one, and a Target one, which were the first 3 that you saw on our page. And I like get home and I check, and I was like, dude, this video was at like, it was at like 10 or 20K at this point. And so then we kept checking, and then it was like my dad was texting me like, oh, where's the video at now? And I'd be like, oh, it's at 50K. And it just like, it kept going, but it was like pretty quick.
Yeah.
And I think, did it hit 1 million? No, it didn't hit 1 million before we went to bed, did it?
No, I think it was like a day or 2, maybe like 3 days later, because we posted.
No, it wasn't that late. It was definitely like a day later.
Day, yeah.
Yeah, but either way, like we woke up and it was already in the hundreds of thousands, and we were like,
it just kept going. It never stopped.
And I remember we were looking, and I had posted on Instagram, and we were like, oh my God, we're already at over 1K followers on TikTok, and it hasn't even been like 12 hours. We're like, oh, this is so cool. Thank you so much. And then we started celebrating small wins. We were like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if we get to 10K? And then we hit 10K in like 3 days. Mm-hmm. So then like that, after that Zara video did well, we're like, fuck, we've got to keep up this momentum. So we posted the Target video, right?
Right.
We posted Target like almost immediately after, because we were like, let's keep this up. And then the Target one really pushed us too. It didn't do as well, but it started pushing us.
Right. Yeah.
And so then it was just like, we like kept waking up and we kept hitting these like milestones that we were like, oh shit. And then it hit 1 million, and we were like,
it's still like, I can't, like, it's so weird. It's so weird, but it's fantastic.
So
what it's doing.
No, it's amazing. So how did the idea come about? Like, talk me through the process of you guys were like, let's do this.
Right. It's honestly, it's been a joke. Like, it has been, I'd say since the 3rd time we've hung out, it was always a like, we should do this. And I'd be like, with what time? Like, we both do social media on the side, or full time. And then like on the side as well, just kind of like always creative, fashion, whatever. And we both were like, with what time are we going to do this? And then, you know, here and there we'd hang out and subconsciously wear something remotely the same. And then just, you know, as the friendship kept, you know, growing, we'd have conversations about how difficult it was for me finding things, and how difficult it was for her, and how, oh, I didn't even realize that, or I thought, you know, all the above. And then it just kind of was like, during quarantine, we're like, let's do it. And then we did it, and truly never thought it would be where it was. Even that week, before, like when we posted it, we were like, oh, haha, fun.
Like, you know,
we hope 300 people like
this.
It
does what it does, right? We were just like, you know, this is fun. We made 3 fun videos. Like, maybe it'll do well.
Right.
And like, total side note, I like am always telling her like, let's just match in public. Cause I truly, when I tell you I don't give a fuck about anything, I truly do not give a fuck. Like, if we're in public and we're matching and somebody says something, I'll just pop off because I don't care. Like, mind your fucking business.
So,
but anyway.
So are we feeling like my like Chicago people are totally going to understand this comment? Are we like being like the total female Landon twins right now? Is that the vibe we're going for when we go out? Lindsey knows who I'm talking about.
You know they're 2 Jewish guys.
Oh, the 2 little short dudes?
They always match.
Yes, they're always met. But okay, we're like.
But like, you guys are obviously like 1,000 times cuter than them. It's like not even a comparison.
Oh, I'm glad you said that, because I was really like, you know, if you have nothing nice to say.
No, but I love it. And so again, like, I love that you guys match. And then now the one video Lindsay, I saw you post it on your socials, 5.4 million.
Yeah.
Like, again, holy fuck.
Yeah.
So that one
that one's like really, I think, the one that's pushed us a lot higher. Because like Zara like kind of hit a peak.
It's still at 5 though.
Yeah.
It's like maybe it's 4.5, 5, which is still freaking insane.
Yeah, but it hit a peak, and then like we hit the Kings and Queens one, and that like popped us back off, you know. And to be honest, like that Kings and Queens one is still what's carrying us. Like it's still like it's on the For You page. We're still getting comments, and then people see that video and they see our other videos, and
it's nuts.
You fall down the rabbit hole.
I mean, like we're almost at 2K on Instagram. Like it's great.
It's amazing. So what has been the most rewarding part of creating this that you guys didn't see coming?
Honestly, maybe it's different, but I feel like there's a common theme. Just the women and girls that are reaching out to us. I think more or less a lot of them are like not cries for help, but it's like, oh my God, I found you. You know, you finally a woman of my body type, and it's not, you know, what I see online and what has been told as beautiful as I, you know, want to be fashionable too, and I never thought I could shop at Zara, or I never thought I could shop at ASOS. And the coolest part has been there's been some girls who have duetted us or sent us pictures of outfits they made to match us. One girl hand sewed a shirt that looked like the Zara top, and that was like what?
Yeah, a friend of mine, it was really cool.
Other people are buying the outfits and taking pictures of it and being like, thank you so much. And like, I wish I had somebody like that when I was growing up. So like knowing that we're there for even like women 40 plus, like the range is like out of this world. That's been my favorite part.
It's been nice too, because we've gotten this comment a lot in like multiple languages, is like I'm plus size, but a lot of the plus size representation you see, like women are curvy, but they have like very flat stomachs. You know, I don't care how they achieved that. They were born with it, whatever. No shade. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But I do not have that. So I think what a lot of people have said is like, it's refreshing to see a plus size woman with a stomach. So like there are plenty of women that are plus that like don't have flat stomachs, and then they try something on and it doesn't look like that same 14 plus woman that's like flat and curvy. Mm-hmm. So it's been nice. We get these comments like TikTok allows you to like, you hold it down and you can translate, and the way stuff translates will be like, oh, the round one.
The round belly one is my favorite. And we're crying since these 12-year-old girls from France or like Madrid or somewhere where you're like, oh, I'd love to be. And it's like the round belly. And you're like,
it's just really funny because, you know, they mean well, like they're not being asked with like some of these other people. But it's just funny how it translates. But that's been like the overwhelming thing, is people just being like happy that we're doing it and we're doing it together and we're showing it on two body types. And also like we've gotten campaigns already. Like we got campaigns 2 weeks in. We've already secured like 3 brand deals. So whew.
So if you could go back and tell your younger self the thing that maybe you were a little insecure about, would be the thing that is like making an impact around the world and like influencing young girls, young women, old women to like love themselves, like what would you say to yourself?
I would say put your shoulders back, stop punching, strut your stuff, and fuck them. Sorry,
Denise, are we like mic dropping on that?
Yeah, I think that's I don't really feel like I need to add to that.
Oh my God. So where do you guys see this going? Obviously, has it even been a month yet of you doing this?
It'll be a month on the 20th.
Okay, so we're not even a month in, and you've already done so much. Like, where do you see it in, I don't know, like, is there a timeline that you guys have of like what you want to achieve, or are we still just like...
We're still like, we were talking about it this morning, like just like figuring out like maybe we'll go a month ahead, because we don't know. It's such an unknown, especially just with everything happening in the world right now too, with, you know, stores closing and all of whatever. Everything is just so unknown. So like taking it day by day, we definitely have like hopes and aspirations. I mean, you know, it'd be cool to have like your own clothing line, or, you know, a collab with a brand or something like that, to have, you know, our sizes out there, but I think taking it day by day and just like being happy that people are being nice and accepting and loving us, because it could have gone the complete opposite way. And we could have just, you know, been drinking at home alone, being like, well, we're losers. Nobody cares.
Manifest the shit out of it. I see it. I can see it right now. Plus some inches, like collabs with so and so. You guys have dresses. There's pants. There's crop tops. There's blazers. There's jackets. Everything. Like
pants would be so great. I can't fucking ever find pants. Even like, it's so funny because she's tall and she's like, I have a tough time with pants. And then I'm like, bitch, come pants shopping with me. And then she's like, oh, okay.
I don't know what the deal is. Like I'm 5'7". I'm curvy. I was a volleyball player. I have a volleyball ass and thighs. I can't. So like, again, like everything for me is like stretchy. Like, cause if not, it doesn't, it's not, I want to know who's in charge, because like sometimes it's like who the fuck does this fit? It fits no one.
Literally, I'd love to see the like body type of who they're like going off of, because it's not human. It can't be.
I really like pants.
I love pants. Okay, so what do you guys hope people take away from coming to Plus Some Inches?
Take it away, Maestro.
Me? Oh, okay. I don't know, probably just to like us. Like, I mean, actually, I don't really care if anybody likes us. Let me rephrase. I don't care. I mean, like, you want them to like us, but if they don't like you, like, I don't know. I guess I would say more so just to like enjoy what we're doing. Like, for us, it's fun. I mean, it's not always fun. Sometimes we yell at each other, but don't tell anyone that. We're supposed to be like BFFs or whatever. But I don't know. I would say just for people to like enjoy what we're doing, really embrace what we're doing, and also know, for me, and I think this is where it would be interesting to hear her side too. I know it in my head, but for other people to hear it is like, for me, one of the biggest is like plus women knowing that they have more options than just plus places. And I've commented this and I've said this to a lot of the women that we've talked to in the last few weeks, is like, you can wear stuff from straight size companies that you didn't think you could. It's just like knowing your body shape and knowing like what fabrics work. But we've also found things like, we've shopped places that neither of us would really shop at before. We've worn styles that neither of us would really wear.
Sizes that I never thought would go over my head.
Or like sometimes I wear a smaller size than she does, which is like wild. Or like she'll be like, oh, I'm a large. And I'm like, but I'm also a large. And we're like, right. So it's just like really having to figure out like what sizes work and what styles work. And I think it's just for women, it's like, don't get discouraged by a label or by anything you see. Like, try it on, because you never know. And now with COVID, you can try it on at your house so you don't have a meltdown in a dressing room, because I have had so many of those.
Yep.
Amen. Okay, ladies, let's take a cheers. We are going to end on ridiculous, random, rapid fire questions, okay? This is my favorite.
I love that. Cheers.
Oh, worries me.
Okay. Worst pickup line a guy has said to you?
Ooh, there's too many. Dating is such a joke here.
I know, it's
That's why I'm single. There it is. Okay. Do you have one off the top of your head? I'll go. Okay. I would say the worst is typically when they ask what position is our children going to be in the NBA.
Oh,
boy.
God.
Oh, because you're tall.
Because I'm tall. I'm going to go with that one. It's so annoying. Like, A, what if they're not athletic? B, I'm not even interested in you. C, you're shorter than me. So goodbye.
Wow. I don't know. I get a lot of weird ones. I don't know. There's too many.
What's the weirdest one?
I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I don't really like get hit on a lot in public. First of all, one, I'm fat. So I think like people need to take that into account. Like, I didn't get hit on for most of my life. Like, only in the last like 5 or 6 years were curvy white women like the thing. So like high school, college, I almost never got hit on in public, even like after college. So I'll be really honest, like, I don't think I know, because I didn't get hit on for a long time. But now, like, I just hit on the guys. I don't fucking waste time. She gonna attest to this.
She'll like slow drive past a man and like she'll be like, oh, you dropped something, are you good? And I'm like, I'm confused. And then like 5 minutes I'm like, oh, you thought he was cute, that was you trying to, okay, all right.
Oh no, I don't even mince words. Fuck that you dropped something. Hey, you're cute, you want to get a shot? I don't give a fuck. I just go up to men. I don't even like wait for them to approach me because I just like, I don't have time. I don't have the patience.
I love
I'm
it.
Sit here and stare at you across the bar for the next 2 hours. Buy me a shot and let's have a conversation.
I love that. Ladies and gentlemen, take note. Just fucking jump in and make the move. Okay, for both of you, what would people be surprised to know about you?
Ooh.
I hate wearing socks. I never wear socks, not even with shoes. I literally hate socks. I hate other things to wear on your body, but we won't mention those.
I was gonna be nice.
I don't like socks. I will not wear them. Please don't ask me. I don't wear them in winter. I don't wear them with winter boots. I don't wear them with gym shoes. I don't like socks.
I did not know this about you.
Have you ever seen me wear socks?
No, but that's not something that I could rattle off the top of my head that I notice that people wear.
I've also never eaten at Red Lobster and I really want to.
Does anybody want to take her on a date to Red Lobster?
I don't want to go on a date. Can a friend of mine just take me? Can we go to Red Lobster?
Okay.
Lindsay, what would people be surprised to know about you?
Oh God, I feel like I'll just go with the obvious basic one that
You're tall?
funny. I haven't heard that one before. Let's go with I have never eaten a salad.
Okay, I love it. What is the kindest thing a stranger has done for you guys?
Oh, I love these.
These are a lot of questions that I don't know the answers to. Oh, I'll go. I lived in the United Arab Emirates. So for people who don't really know maps, you've got Saudi Arabia, and then you've got like the United Arab Emirates and Yemen and Oman and Yemen. Okay.
Okay.
So we drove from the United Arab Emirates to Oman, different countries, and we got lost in Oman because this was 2010. So this was before cell phones had GPS. So we borrowed a friend's GPS that was in Arabic and we spoke Arabic, but like,
yeah,
it's not your native language. So we stopped at a person's house in Oman. So here are 3 white girls going up to, a guy in Oman, knocking on his door and asking for directions. So that was one of the nicest things.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, that's really nice. The kindness thing. God, I feel like mine might be just like as a whole, like showcasing my brother Nate on TikTok. He has Down syndrome, and just seeing the amount of love and kind words and support that has come from that, I have honestly been blown away by humanity. So I would say that's probably just the kindest thing that I've seen. I'm actually quite impressed with the world right now on that end. That's about it. But that will make me go to bed with a smile on my face. So.
Love Nate the Great. Okay, ladies, what is your go-to drink at a bar?
Vodka, soda, 2 limes. Wait, sorry. I actually used to ask this on a podcast that I had. It depends on the situation. Yeah. If I'm with my friends, vodka, soda, 2 limes. Like, depends on if I'm on a date, like a cocktail, especially if he's paying, like the cocktail of the day. But if I'm like really feeling it, I'm like, tequila.
Hell
straight.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say depends. Like I can either go for some tequila, a cocktail, or cider. Or, if we're back home, I'll be drinking beer.
All that. Okay, what is a fashion staple that you think everyone should have in their closet?
Leather jacket, hands down. You can dress it up, can dress it down, you can drape it, get a good one. It'll be it might be a few bucks, but it's a staple, it'll be there forever.
A good bra.
Your face, I'm dying.
Does that count?
It does count, yeah. Because I'll tell you this, I don't know where to get bras from anymore. I've been getting all my bras from Target because yeah.
My tits need to defy gravity consistently.
So you gotta get a good one.
So where do you get like, where's a good bra that like people should get then?
If you are more plus or like can be plus, Cacique, which is a Lane Bryant's intimate section, but they have smaller band sizes. So I think they start at like 32 or 34. Their bras are literally my favorite. I think I have like 10 or 11 of them. Walk-Hole is really good. They carry it at Macy's and Nordstrom. And then Kohl's. I was actually telling her this. Kohl's has like really great bras.
Who would have known?
So many good bras.
And they always have coupons.
They're so cheap.
They always have a coupon. You sound like my mother.
It's like you gotta kind of commit to spending 50, 60 on a bra, but you can go to Kohl's and spend like 25 on a bra, and they're like really good. And they make like, if you're willing to kind of spend the time online, they make some like, I've gotten like pink lace ones and
wow.
Damn. All right.
Because I feel like a bra just kind of sets you off for everything else.
Yeah.
It does. It does. Okay, who is more likely to give a fake name to a guy at a bar?
Me.
Yeah.
What's your go-to name?
Oh, anything. I don't care.
She would be like, none of your business.
No, I've done this so many times. So my name in Greek is Dimitra. So I like just tell people that all the time. Sometimes I tell people, I really just like don't care. I will make up like full on fucking stories to people. I've like told people I had kids. I like will switch my ring and tell people I'm married and like make up a whole story about my husband. Like, I don't care. I love it.
I love that. Okay, what is the best piece of advice someone is giving you?
It's like a weird analogy, but it's that one where you can go to the market and they have the juiciest, greatest peaches in the world. And, you know, there's always going to be someone that doesn't like peaches. Have you never heard of that?
People don't like peaches?
But there might be one. So no matter what, someone's always not going to like you. Move on. Be yourself.
Oh, the peach was the you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I get it now. Okay.
Now. I was just like, wait, how we get from peaches to me? I was like,
It's a metaphor.
I understand. I get it.
You are the peach. And, you know, there's going to be people that are like, ugh.
I got a peach. I'm just kidding.
Denise, what about you? Best piece of advice someone's giving you?
I'm so bad at this. I clearly could never do this for a living. Oh, my bad.
It was just like,
okay. I'm so bad at this. You shouldn't have me on your podcast. You should just like cut out the parts where I'm sitting here staring.
Stop it. You are fantastic.
She used to host her own. She's just giving you bullshit.
No, I really don't know some of these though. I'm really bad at surefire. Best piece of advice is, you know what? I'll be really honest. I think I said this when I hosted a podcast, is I like have never been one to take one piece of advice. I feel like my best piece of advice is the piece of advice that I take from every person that I admire something about. So, like, I feel like I have a lot of people in my lives where like they're really good at one thing, or they're really good at being calm, or they're really good at being patient. And I like to take like that best characteristic or that piece of advice from that person and place it onto myself, or like learn from them. So if that makes sense. So I guess like, my best piece of advice is like taking the best part of somebody and trying to like learn that part of them.
I love that. Okay, last two questions and I will let you ladies go. Who should my next guest be?
Ooh.
Wait, sorry.
No,
I heard her. What are you trying to achieve? Like, what do you...
So the goal of this podcast is to help people realize that we have more in common with each other than we have different.
Okay, so this is going to sound so funny, and he mentioned it, but our Airbnb guy, my friend Vlad, he is a bartender, but also is an Airbnb host and owns a house where he rents out 3 Airbnbs, and is also running 2 Airbnbs for somebody else, but also bartends and is like a full-on bartender and can make you like any drink in a heartbeat.
Ooh.
And he is like an interior decorator. Like, if you could see this place in his backyard, it's like insane. He's got a floral wall. He's got like an entire backyard with like string lights and couches and pillows and a hanging chair and a full-on like Garden of Eden. And
Vlad,
he's awesome. We can introduce you. He's
I think I'd like you to introduce me to Vlad, because with a name like that and a resume like that, I can only imagine the stories he has to tell.
He's got like a Haitian accent. He's awesome.
All right, Vlad it is. Okay, and then ladies, lastly, I started asking this question when I started, this during quarantine, and I think it still kind of goes with the time that we're living in. What have you guys learned the most about yourself?
Ooh. I would say all of this time alone, I was able just to reflect on everything and truly, realize how lucky and blessed I am, to come from a great family and, have all these experiences and opportunities and friends and, being told no so many times and not listening to it and just kind of, staying true to yourself and just powering through and kind of, being able to sit on your couch with a tub of ice cream and just like, look back at it all and just be like, I did that. I think has been like the coolest thing where sometimes it doesn't register because you're moving so fast. So this was a great time, just kind of sit, reflect, and just be like, #blessed. I'm so annoying.
Literally what I was thinking, but I didn't say it out loud. I'm
Perfect.
Okay, I was myself.
All right, ladies, if you will both raise your glass with me, we always end on a toast. Fashion fades, but style is eternal. So just be style and be true to who you are.
Yeah.
Guys, how absolutely amazing are Lindsey and Denise. I can't stop smiling. I can't stop laughing. I need like all of that energy in my life, like just 24/7. Okay. I'm going to pour a little bit more of the mata, I believe is how you say it. And we'll go ahead and, and wrap this up. Guys, thank you again so much for tuning in and listening on in. I hope that what you took away from Lindsey and Denise's conversation was, love you and love the things about you that you think make you different, but I promise it's going to be the thing that sets you apart. I'll say for me, growing up, I hated my smile. I hated it. I had a crooked smile and I felt like everyone made fun of me my whole life. But I love my crooked smile now and I'm corny with it and I don't care. And my lip kind of Elvis Presley goes up one way, but to me, that's what makes me me. And that is the one thing that I love about myself. And I think it makes me stick out. And, Lindsey's height makes her stick out and it is something that she has embraced. And Denise has embraced her curves. And, I love what she said too about, embracing the word fat, which I never thought about, it's never something that's crossed my mind, but to normalize that. So when someone says it to you, it doesn't hurt you and it doesn't bother you. But guys, I seriously loved that. I hope you enjoyed that so much. We are just going to go ahead and wrap it up there. And I'm going to finish probably this bottle of mata as I watch the Blackhawks right now playing the Las Vegas Knights. They need to win this game. It is game 4. We're down 3-0, but we're right now winning 2-1 in the second. So all of my like fashion people who are watching are probably like, what the hell is sports? Sorry, guys. Maybe that's rude of me to say. I don't know if that's rude of me to say. I don't know. Okay, we're going to stop. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming on in and listening to another episode of Bar Talk. Make sure you take this time. Ooh, let's try that again. Make sure you take the time this week to realize that you have more in common with each other than you have different. I'll see you next time. Take care.